So welcome to the Orchestra of Traffic module, and frankly, I think this is one of the most exciting modules in the course. We're really going to be talking about this flood of traffic that we want to create from a number of diverse channels that will feed the Amazon algorithm, drive your organic rank, and ultimately generate you a lot of profits. So in this video, we're really just going to outline the frameworks we will be covering in this module to create this orchestra of traffic to our listings, which will hopefully spike organic rank and outperform competing offers. And my goal here is that hopefully there's a number of strategies and ideas here that you have not heard literally anywhere else. And so we're going to put ourselves in that 1% seller camp and do things that frankly the vast majority, if not most all sellers, are not doing currently to really set yourself apart. The first key point of this orchestra of traffic, like a lot of what we do, is to send these signals to the Amazon algorithm that will reward us with organic rank. Again, the more organic rank we get and the more percentage of sales we get from organic rank, the more profitable we're going to be. And when we fit ourselves into that Amazon flywheel with a particular product and drive that rank, that's when special things happen. You get more sales, you get more reviews, you then get more conversion. You then have more sales again, which lets you place bigger orders, which gives you lower margin, which gives you a better offer. We're trying to really instigate that flywheel, and it ultimately starts with sending those signals to Amazon to ultimately get organic rank. The next is really to create an insurmountable advantage. Again, a lot of people understand how to do a listing, right, that sell on Amazon. We think that we know how to do it a lot better, but a lot of people know how to do a listing. A lot of people know how to source a product. Again, I think that we know how to do that better and we create better offers that are more compelling, but some of that stuff is somewhat table stakes. A lot of people know how to do pay-per-click, and some better than others, right? But a lot of people know how to do that. But not a lot of people are going to have the skills, ability, strategies, and systems to do all of these different channel activities that we're going to talk about throughout this module. And I think by bringing those diverse sets of traffic to the table that most people don't know or are incapable of executing on gives us literally a massive advantage that only call it 1% of sellers use. So the other thing is this is going to diversify our toolkit, right? What happens if Amazon pay-per-click costs go up 60% and you can no longer rely heavily like you did historically on pay-per-click? Well, guess what? If you don't have any other sources of traffic other than Amazon pay-per-click, you're kind of screwed. So by having this diverse toolkit of traffic sources and strategies, we can basically change our mix of tools that we use at any given time, given the competitive or macro context that our particular brands and products are facing at the time. This is a huge advantage because if we know that one thing's consistent with Amazon or entrepreneurship or selling online, it's that change is going to happen, and we can't always predict what that change is. So here's really the suite of strategies that are going to make up this orchestra of traffic that we ultimately want to build. And I'm telling you, when we get all these things humming that make sense for your particular brand or product, it really is a symphony that sings to Amazon's algorithmic heart. So the first cornerstone of all of this strategy is going to be Amazon pay-per-click. And we have got a pay-per-click masterclass that we're going to go into both a high-level strategic overview of how I think about pay-per-click with Amazon brands. We're going to look at campaign strategy. We're going to get into optimizations and how do you make it good. And then we're going to detail a really kind of sophisticated pay-per-click playbook. And we're going to start with simple if you want to go simple and use an automated tool like Helium 10. That's a little bit more set it and forget it and less sophisticated. We're going to look at Pay-Per-Click Dominator Pro, which is a tool that you guys will have free access to as part of this course, which I would call as like an intermediate bulk file strategy that companions really well with Keyword Dominator. And then for you folks that want to take it to the next level and enter that elite level campaign and bid optimization strategy using high customization and sophistication with your bids, we're going to get into Apex Pay-Per-Click, led by Brett at FBA Excel. This is a process that we've started to integrate into our own Amazon business here over the last 3 or 4 months, and it really is next level. And so for those intermediate to expert level sellers that really want to take their pay-per-click game to the next level, we're going to dive into that. We're then going to look at off Amazon ads. We've covered this obviously in the launch module as well, but we're going to look at the science of off Amazon traffic and why it matters, and deep dive how I started to discover off Amazon traffic and how beneficial it is for organic rank. We're then going to look at Google Ads for non-launch strategies. We're going to look at at YouTube ads. We're going to look at Pinterest, native ads, which is a unique thing that most e-commerce sellers use, but very, very few actual Amazon sellers use. So we're going to get into native ads. We're going to get into Amazon attribution too, for how do we actually track and pin this in to figure out how we can actually make money or at least monitor the performance of ads within Amazon. We're going to get into Facebook groups and Instagram, really working with building and even buying Facebook groups and Instagram accounts and how that plays into our traffic strategy. We're going to talk a lot about influencers across a number of different channels. So how do we cultivate, scale, and leverage these influencers across segments to have an impact for launches, for brand building, and for ongoing perpetual traffic into our Amazon listings that is, again, very hard, especially at scale, for our competitors to be able to replicate. And then finally, something that's been really kind of near and dear to my heart the last 6 months, and I've been doing a ton of experimentation with this, is, Amazon's the largest product search engine in the Western world. But guess what? Google is not too bad either. They're still a major source of information for people seeking products. And Amazon listings themselves get very poor organic rank on Google SEO because, frankly, Google and Amazon don't like each other. And I don't think that Google gives Amazon listings a lot of SEO credit. But what Google does give credit to is sites, especially authority sites that are writing content about products. Those will rank really well organically on Google for keywords. So we're going to talk about how do you work with and even build your own authority site to drive Google organic traffic to your listing. All of these strategies, as well as a growing playbook that I'm sure we'll be updating over time, is going to feed into this symphony, this orchestra of traffic that is incredibly powerful. So I hope you guys dig this module.